So keep your love locked down, your love locked down, keeping your love locked down, your love locked down, now keep your love locked.
Oh, don't make me do this, mgtow mindframe. Don't make me do this.
Don't make me do it, Teddy. Don't make me do it, Teddy. God damn it.
And this is the Forbidden Thinker, and let's get on to the shit show and see how triggered you become after watching a bit of Teddy's little video. And if this is Teddy's intended goal of triggering the Mickeys, he's actually done a pretty good job of triggering this guy's. So let's see where this ends up.
God damn it. I was supposed to be gaming like a nerd tonight, but instead I grabbed me a couple of beers for this right here. We gotta do it immediately, because as soon as I popped up and saw this motherfucker's YouTube channel, thanks to NYC Korean mgtow, I said, oh Lord, we're gonna do this together. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm JB Gunner, this is the mgtow mindframe.
I love how Teddy's reputation has reached to this individual. You have Daddy Zeph on the top, then you have the others, and Teddy's become the creepy uncle, which I'm glad that that reputation is spread to all of the corners of mgtow, or at least to this individual. I could be wrong at that point.
All right, now that we got the intro in, let's get it in. Good to see you here, Brian Richardson. Good to see you, NYC. Definitely good to see all y'all. So, this is Uncle Teddy, I hear. And so we're gonna let me go ahead and get comfortable for this motherfucker right here. Now, there's not a whole lot to do. Hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. All of y'all up. It's good to see you. All right, the title of this video, I'm actually going to go through two of them because they're actually not that long. He says, NYC says, JB, you got to go after the anti-mgtows with Yobi axes, and I don't even know how to say the word you're spelling, man, as the ringleaders.
Then get practicing. Now, responding to NYC Korean mgtow, no, Yobi Axis and Zephnorian aren't any ringleaders as far as I know. There's no secret organization, and somehow those two on the top, I'm pretty sure there are no organizations about that, so citation needed right then and there.
Shit. Anyways, this is Teddy Corkindale, Teddy Cockindick, Cockinass. This is who we're talking. Let's just get right into it. Listen, I ain't got nothing against horror.
And a ad hom. I've noticed people like you love to spin the ad homs a lot, so. And you may not do it as much in part 1, but you will do it a lot more further on if I continue to respond to you. Now, again, like I stated before, which I'm not entirely sure if I did, but he's recently have 2 copyright strikes on his account, so he has all of his videos on private, which is unfortunate because that is literally robbing me from this kind of entertainment. Luckily, I downloaded this ahead of time before all that happened, and I went to bed. Next thing I know, oh, this guy's putting everything on private. Well, at least I'm lucky because I have this copy of the video. But let's continue on with this video.
People, but they should stick to just that. When I looked at his channel, he looks like he's one of them creepers that sits in that room right there in the dark and watches horror films all day long. and I'm okay with that. But why? Don't do it, Teddy. Come on, dog. Let's go ahead.
So, that is your first mistake. Assuming, or I wouldn't say assuming, but you're taking account of his appearance over what he's saying. Now, granted, this is an impersonation video. It's not in any way, shape, or form a video where he advocates or he talks about or debunks or this or that. It's literally just an impersonation video. So you taking account of his appearance and also trying to argue against whatever he's saying is literally pointless because that's not because his video is literally not the intent of the debate. It's literally just for satire and entertainment. But let's continue on with this little diatribe of what we call a video.
This video is entitled mgtow impersonation. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey guys, Sandman here, and I'll tell you how to make lots of money. Let's ask people to give it to you. Say something that they really want to hear. This time to give you money to talk about compliments.
Okay, you fat bastard. Let's go ahead and get right into this. And as with every one of these, let's always figure out what the man looks like. This dude right here, I'll let you guys come up with it as I think about this guy. And Marriage is a horror film. You're exactly right, Misery. So, first and foremost here, he wants to attack Sandman. Sandman he says, I'm going to show you how to get money, whatever the faggot said. Anyways, at the end of the day, let me make something clear to you, sir. You're here on YouTube as well. There's not a single person on this planet that does not want to get paid for the hard work and dedication that they put in. By the way, PayPal's down there, gentlemen. All jokes aside, because I'm joking with you. I'm not joking, but I'm joking. Anyways, there's no one that does not want to get paid for their hard work. No one. Sandman is someone who literally produces hard work, and not just that. He's producing a product that people are asking for. He literally is reading off the emails that people are paying him to read off and give his commentary on.
And another correction, Sandman is actually quite mediocre when it comes to his content. In fact, if you listen to his videos, it's like, hey guys, Sandman here, and it's literally like that. Like, all of his videos are literally like that. If they were made in hard work productions, you would imagine all of his videos would sound a lot better, and all of his arguments would have been a lot more concise. But nope, Sandman is quite mediocre in my eyes, so I have to correct you on that point as well. Not to mention, Sandman's kind of an idiot, so we can also say that about him at the current time.
Just go ahead, because you'll never be in that department. We all know that. No one will ever pay you for your commentary on anything. But let's go.
And how would you know that? Like, what would happen if Teddy suddenly gained 100,000 subscribers and he started doing Patreon? You don't know that won't ever happen, so that, to me, is telling me that you're deflecting, so deflection much.
To mind the zombies. You don't actually have to believe what you're saying. No.
Who was it that didn't believe what they were saying, you fucking fat bastard? Let's go on into it.
And that is literally just describing your lack of intellect and your lack of knowledge of what some of those people say. But let's continue on.
You look like I don't know if y'all ever watched WWE, but he kind of has a Bray Wyatt look. But let's go ahead.
I'm going to teach you how to wash your ass. It's very simple. All you have to do is get some lube all over your hand, you see, and get some water, stick it up your ass, then you poke it up. There may be some shit in there, but I'll show you.
Alright, I'm going to go out on a limb here. This guy's a TFL. That's my prediction right now. Is that somewhere along the line we're going to find out that this guy is a TFL. I'm just saying.
Are you going to provide proof or evidence that he's somehow a TFLer? I want to know, like, where is your proof of this? But I can imagine your supposed proof will come in part 2. So, unfortunately, we may not get to see this in part 1 at the current time.
Go ahead, sir.
Angry mgtow here, and I'm gonna tell you today how, back in the day, feminists were there. They even go as far back as the Roman times. I want you to really think about that. Shut up, you motherfucking xenomorph! Mexican mgtow! That's right. It's that time again to talk about the bitches trifling hoes. And today, gentlemen, we're going to talk about the T camp. Do I think getting married is gay? I like to think so. And if you disagree,
Who the fuck is responsible for sending me to this fat bastard's page? Was it you, Korean? I believe it was you. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Of course I'm going to get flagged. We all know I'm going to get flagged. I'll just fucking put the videos on private and go about my business. I know how to handle this flag shit.
Oh, that's on you, buddy. It's probably on you and your fans, so you can't blame anybody else but you and whoever sent it to you. Oh my goodness. You're triggered just because he's making a satirical impersonations video? Seriously? My goodness. Like you and it seems like a few others I know of easily get triggered over everything, so this is literally entertaining to me.
with me, I'm just going to call you a pedophile. That's the easy thing. Now, Zephaniah, if you disagree, you or me, or Forbidden Sink, or any of your friends.
Okay, which one of you motherfuckers got me going after an autistic kid? I mean, there's something really wrong with this.
My god, you really are triggered. And it looks like whoever sent you that video trolled you and it worked. And you know what? I'm giving props to Teddy here because if this was his goal to trigger some Miggies, a long while doing his impersonations, I have to give him props for this. He's successfully triggered the one Mickey. So I'm giving you a grade A, Teddy, if that was your intent of triggering this mgtow mindframe person. It's really entertaining of how he just flips out like this.
See, now y'all are trolling me. Now you MGTOW motherfuckers are trolling me because you're seriously, dog. I mean, goddamn, man. Y'all sent me to the damn mental house to fucking fuck it, the sharks swim everywhere.
Try to get rid of you. This is your last chance. I am so disappointed. Like, whatever. At least you're not gonna get the 6 spots that I have. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe she dogs me. Elizabeth, you fucking slut. All I wanted to do was to tend to my roses in Minecraft. Why do you think I left you for that fucking hermaphrodite, Elizabeth?
And that looks like part 1 of the video. Now I'll come up with part 2, and the reason why I want to cut this video in half is largely because I needed some time to process part 1 and 2 separately. Not to mention his video is literally 15 minutes long, so that's a lot of work on my end. So that's why I'm cutting it into 2 parts. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for part 2, and we'll continue on with this little madness. Alright, this is part 2 of the video. Now, I'm sorry that this took so long to produce, but I had to take some time off just so that I can deal with some real-life situation and certain other sort of stuff. But let us begin with this video for part 2.
All right. I hope. I have absolutely no clue what the fuck was I just watched. It was called impersonations of mgtow. This next video is called Hypothesis. You know goddamn well, you fat motherfucker, you don't even know what a hypothesis is. He says angry mgtow is a psychopath. Okay. I'm not an angry mgtow fan, but I will defend him on this one, just because. Angry mgtow is one of the least angry motherfuckers I've actually even heard on YouTube. I believe that I am far more angry than angry mgtow. But let's get into this, because this will be the one and only time, for the most part, that you'll see me come to angry mgtow's defense. So let's get into it.
Lovely people in the audience, and perhaps the not so lovely.
You take that shit. You can't tell me this dude don't take it. You know he takes it. JB, open up Google Images and type in Ewok and you'll find Teddy. I'll tell you what, let's do that.
And this is one of the other blatant problems of him. He just asserted what his appearance is yet again, as if that's an argument against what he's going to say. And let us continue on with this video. Another thing that is noteworthy.
Let's do that. That's where we're going. Give me just a second quickly. It's good to see you in here, 4T. Oh, goddamn. This is what we're talking about? You gotta be shitting me. The Ewok.
Oh boy, he's using Ewoks as if that's as if that's somehow important. Oh my. Oh my, it really doesn't work in your favor if you're trying to assert he looks like an Ewok. It really doesn't, especially when you make a video response to someone else, unless if you're trying to, say, annoy them or to mock them. But in this case, I really think you really fucked up on this point.
Come on. Get the shit going, man. You're fucking with me. I'm streaming, so you gotta bear with me. My shit's a little slow. Right now, anyway. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh, that is good. That is... Alright, let's try.
Wow, you really think he looks like an Ewok? I have to say, I mean, your sense of humor is very low. I'd have to give it about, say, 2 out of 10, 1 being absolute worst, and 10 out of 10 being best. Like, you are a 2 out of 10, because that sense of humor doesn't exactly work in this context.
Bam! Bam! Y'all killed it. Y'all killed it. No, y'all... I'll be a motherfucker. The Ewok. Y'all nailed it.
Uncle Teddy is back. to bank some man-children who hate the opposite sex so much they would rather buy a sex robot than get a date with a woman.
You're talking about the wrong motherfucker, actually. But what exactly is wrong? Getting a date with a woman can easily cost us hundreds of dollars, and we're guaranteed nothing in return. I mean, not me, because I'm just like that. And in fact, they're going to be paying hundreds of dollars. But let's talk about regular folk. Regular folk are going to pay hundreds of dollars, and it's actually a possibility that in that evening they get nothing in return for those hundreds of dollars. Go ahead, fat boy.
Either that, or they are so.
I can't do it. You got me beat. You're a bad motherfucker.
That being said, I am just here to test an hypothesis that my friend, Forbidden Thinker, had. He says that Angry mgtow is a psychopath. Well, let's test that, shall we? I'm not gonna explain the kind of stuff in chronological order, just in the order of which I saw these videos. Alright, let's get moving. Angry mgtow has a debate with some dumb American. He then asks her how many people she's fucked. Not knowing the answer, Jeff Holiday comes in and it's like, boom, kicks his ass. But Angry's too sad about it, so he tries to get his kid taken away. And his excuse is, well, he was doing weed. Personally, even if Jeff was doing weed, which he wasn't, it's none of his fucking business. That's just an excuse. So,
All
he can
right,
try to get his kid taken away.
just a tad bit of logic. If that's the case, then Angry MGTOW is none of your business. You're none of my business, and we should all just go about our day or our own way, eh?
And yes, if that were the case, oh wait a minute, you're using bad logic again. Oh boy, oh boy. You don't realize that you, by saying that, literally you've become an apologist towards anything what Angry MGTOW does and further beyond. Like, what if Angry MGTOW starts advocating for the death of, say, people, or for the death of others? Are you still going to be that person like, let's not get in other people's business, let's not do that? Yep, you've just become the apologist, because using that kind of logic literally means you don't want to speak out against someone of your own group. Yep, that bad logic of yours doesn't work, buddy boy.
That was poetic as fuck. I'm the new Tupac.
Because he can't take a joke. But yeah, I guess he decided to just do VidMe for a while. Whatever. Angry made a video at one time about how the Jews are taking over the world. Ho ho ho! But my friend Levi, he managed to, without even trying, tore him a new asshole. Yet again, at this point, Angry MGTOW, well, he blames the Jews on pretty much everything. So he's not just angry, but he's also an anti-Semitic and somewhat of a kooky man-child. But because of what Jeff did,
Does anybody have any clue what this motherfucker is talking about?
Actually, I know what he's talking about. The problem is, you have the symptom that many Migleys have. You simply want to put your fingers in your ears and say blah 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 blah. You don't want to admit that this guy is literally makes sense. And it's also your way of not paying attention to context. Now remember, if you don't pay attention to context, you're not going to understand what he's going to say. Then along the road, you're going to start saying and doing things that will make you look retarded. I want you to remember that, oh Mr. mgtow mindset.
Korean, I blame this on you. 1,000%.
Actually, it's on you, because you're the one that clicked on the video. It's on you. The decision is totally up to you to play the video.
1,000%. I mean, what the fuck are we watching here? No, bullets. His name is Teddy Corkindale. He calls himself Uncle Teddy.
If Jeff wouldn't, he was gonna just cuck out and say, "Yeah, you take my kid away." No, 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 no. Because of that, he got many strikes, and his channel was taken down for a short amount of time. And he tailed away to VidMe.
Knowledge Rises says North Korean strike again. Exactly. I'm gonna go back to calling you North Korean, mgtow. Come on, he's been shitting on us mgtows for a while. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. And no, I think you're right. And no, here's the thing: is by playing this and actually him seeing, hopefully, that a room full of motherfucking grown people cannot comprehend or understand what he's saying. Because here's the thing: he's not making any points yet. So I don't have anything to come back to yet with any kind of logic.
Actually, he's made a few points in particular that I feel that you missed. And once again, as I stated, you're missing out on the context of what he's saying. Basically, he's describing a situation where Angry mgtow wanted to do some harm against Jeff Holiday, and part of that harm is essentially him trying to get his kids taken away by using the false narrative of how he did meth. And without this context, which seems to fly out of your ears, that really does damage your reputation, because it tells me that you cannot listen to your critics. And if you cannot listen to your critics, you're not going to grow, you're not going to expand, per se, or to increase your knowledge. You're just going to be stuck being this stupid, and forever so.
We're working on it, though. We're working on this. This video is 16 minutes long, and we're only 3 minutes in, so I'm hoping. I'm just fucking with you, by the way, Korean mgtow, because at the end of the day, listen, if we got anything from this video, it's this. It's that. And that is worth it all. He's part of the anti-mgtow crew that sends trolls to our channels. And yeah, and so yeah, we always gotta fire back. There's no doubt about it. I agree. I mean, we can't just let motherfuckers like this right here walk around. Shit. Look at that little ugly motherfucker. Look at him. Look at him right there. He looks like he's... No, look at this one. Now that one looks vicious. So does that one.
And once again, you're using appearance as if that's a point to be said. My goodness, you can't let that go. Apparently, somehow, someone's appearance is more important to what they're saying. And you know what? With this video, I think I am done for part 2. Now, I don't know how long this video response will become, but maybe in part 3 or part 4, I can get a collab and we can debunk basically the rest of it, depending on what the situation is. However, I feel like I should probably end it off here, because at this point, mgtow mindset, he's proven himself to be incompetent when it comes to listening to what the context of what Teddy's saying. And certainly, he is incapable of just addressing the person's argument and somehow going and using someone's appearance as something that they can use against them, which tells me that he's not a very logical person. I'm the Forbidden Thinker, signing out, and have a lovely day.
So keep your love.